Blog Talk Radio.
Party crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed. It's summer party. Grown and sexy, join the party. Put summer party. Party crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed.
All right, welcome to another Friday night edition of the Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel. She's a little late tuning in, and Redwine.
Bonsoir, darling. Ooh, how
right.
goes it?
Everything's cool. 9 o'clock hour has hit us.
Yes,
In
yes.
effect. So.
Man, what a week it's been.
I tell you what. I'm glad it's over. Glad all that election crap is over so the advertisement can stop.
I know. I was so tired of those political ads. Oh my gosh. And they were like right behind one right behind another.
Yeah. Where are you getting all this money? And what's the networks doing with this money?
Okay, that's a good question.
Paying all those high price anchor people on them shows in the morning, in the evening, and everything else. And they love when the politicians come out and start throwing money around like water.
I'm wondering how much were they charging for those ads? Because they can't be cheap.
I'm sure they give them some kind of group rate.
Yeah, because they did run them in bunches like grapes. But I'm just grateful that it's over. So whether your candidate won or lost, at least it's over. Until the next time we get bombarded with all of that crap. Anyway, how was your week, Poppa DD?
Stressful as usual, but, I'm getting through it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Sometimes a week feels like 2 weeks. But I'm grateful that I'm still here to talk about it. So I shan't complain. So.
Let's get the rundown here.
We're not going to do our topic at the top?
Well, we're minus one person, so.
Oh, okay. You want to wait for Ketel?
Yeah, let's take a break for a minute and see if she's going to roll up in the studio here.
All right. Well, we'll take a quick break and see if we can locate Ketel. Ketel's AWOL. We're going to have to find her this week. So we'll do that, and we'll be back on the other side of the break on the Pajama Party Show.
Looking for a new cocktail to serve at your next dinner party? Trying to figure out what pairs well with your main entree? Then you need to visit the Cocktail of the Week archive at apajamaparty.com. We've got a list of all the cocktails we've featured on previous Pajama Party shows with recipes and pictures of the drinks. And believe me, we've had some good ones. And while you're on the website, visit the archives for previous shows. Just click on any date and you can hear the shows again and again. We've got you covered at apajamaparty.com. And tell a friend. They'll thank you.
All right, welcome back to Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Redwine tonight.
Bonsoir.
So you want to go with this rundown, see what we got going on tonight?
Oh, okay. Well,
got a bunch of stuff to
action-packed, action-packed episode, as we always do. So let's see. We're going to start out with on the hot topics. We got Democrats are about to lose full control of Virginia's House of Delegates. We can talk about what happened with the elections. Intentional discrimination in the Ahmaud Arbery jury selection. The Kyle Rittenhouse trial updates, talk about that. The hit it and quit it headlines. We got cities across the U.S. elect their first black mayors. The Packers, Aaron Rodgers addresses his vaccination status, such as it is or isn't. The NFL wants to move past Washington's scandal, and Hertz rent-a-car is in hot water. The cocktail of the week is called the Rise Up. What's poppin' with Poppa DD? I'm sure he's got something good for us tonight. Then we're going to go into the weird news. We've got a bear raids leftover KFC in the kitchen. Minnesota police called to break up a bald eagle street fight. And New Zealand couple unearthed what could be the world's largest potato. I'm just saying, with Redwine, she's not as privileged as she thought. Living for the city with Poppa DD, he's going to give us another good one. Followed by the Hollywood wrap-up with Ketel, the world-famous Kiss It list, and the last word. So sit back, get your favorite cocktail, because you know how we do it on the Pajama Party Show. It's PJs only. No clothes allowed. We're going to take a break, and we're coming back with our hot topics.
This is the Pajama Party on Blog Talk Radio. The Pajama Party is produced by DC Homegrown Entertainment at www.dchomegrown.com. The views and opinions expressed on this program are those of the Pajama Party crew and you. So pick up the phone and dial 914-803-4306. That's 914-803-4306, and tell us what's on your mind. There's a big fluffy pillow reserved just for you at the Pajama Party, so call us now. And remember, it's PJs only, no clothes allowed. Pass it on. Log on to www.apajamaparty.com and click the Listen Live banner or call 914-803-4306. Now let's get back to the crew and more of the Pajama Party. Is it tea time, darling?
All right, welcome back to Pajama Party. One of the hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Redwine.
Bonsoir.
And I don't know if Ketel's back on the scene. Are you out there somewhere, Ketel?
Hello.
Uh-oh.
Oh, there she is.
How's everybody?
Oh, we're good.
Everything is cool over here.
Okay, that's
all right.
What's up. That's what's up.
All right. Want to get this stuff started? Let's get some news out there.
All right.
Information.
Well,
Hot topics.
let me tell you about this Virginia House of Delegates. You know, that election was interesting. I don't know. That's an understatement. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. So anyway, CNN, as of yesterday, is projecting that Republicans in the state of Virginia are going to win at least half of the seats in the chamber, guaranteeing that Democrats will no longer hold full control there. And they're also projecting that Republicans are going to take control of the House. And they're talking about in Virginia now. The Democrats are projected so far to win 46 seats in the Virginia's House of Delegates. So the best that the party could do at this point is to try to at least tie the number of Republican seats. But the Democrats are going to have to win the remaining unprojected races in order to do that. So if they end up in a tie, it means they're going to have to share the agreement and the power between the two parties, which from what we've seen historically never seems to go too well. So if the Republicans win even one of the 4 unprojected seats, they're going to end up with control of the Virginia chamber. So far, 5 of the projected Republican wins are pickups with the shift in power, paired with the Republican win for Glenn Youngkin, Winsome Sears, and Jason Mayaris that captured state governor, lieutenant governor, and the attorney general posts, respectively, which underscores the broad political reckoning after years of Democratic control. So in recent years, the Virginia Republicans had little recourse as Democrats enacted a more progressive agenda, passing legislation that tightened gun control, expanded reproductive rights, and offered protections for LGBTQ individuals. So Virginia lawmakers also ratified the Equal Rights Amendment after years of trying and rolling back a number of laws that Democrats describe basically as just being archaic, outdated, out of date, old-fashioned, unnecessary. So even though what was interesting is that Glenn, I believe his first name is Glenn, right? Glenn Youngkin? Yeah, Glenn. I should know as much as we saw those stupid commercials. Even though Youngkin came into the race as pretty much completely unknown blank slate with plenty of money, because he'd been advertising commercials like, gosh, back in the summer. I think his commercials started running really early. So it just basically validated the strategy of largely focusing on local issues and how he manipulated, I would say, the former President 45. At times he utilized the name, but yet he still managed to find a way to keep him at enough distance to where it was like, yeah, your name is in here, you're kind of in it, but not in it. So that was an interesting strategy, which clearly worked out for Youngkin. So Democratic control of the Senate, of the Virginia State Senate, where a lot of those people don't even face election or re-election until 2023, could still be a roadblock for the Republicans. But, you know, we'll just see. Because right now, like I said, they still have some undeclared races. I guess they're still tallying everything. And hopefully, you know, they'll have some clear numbers in the next, hopefully, couple of days. I hope this isn't going to stretch out forever and a day. But that's what's going on with that. That woman, Winsome, was the black woman who won the lieutenant governor. This is the woman who ran the ads where she's holding a semi-automatic rifle, which I thought was like, okay. But I guess, you know, that obviously appealed to somebody because they voted for her. And now she's up there. Did you see her acceptance speech? She was talking about, I'm black, I was born black, always been black. But then she said, but this is not about that. I'm like, well, then why did you bring it up? We see how black you are. That wasn't even necessary to tell us all that, but anyway.
With them big-ass lips and red lipstick.
Yeah.
We saw all that.
That's crazy, but anyway. Yep, that's all I have on this one. Any comments? Go for it.
Go ahead, Paul.
Well, the one thing I'm confused about is that I'm trying to figure out, if you're running for lieutenant governor, how do you have your own race? I don't understand that. So is there a possibility that a Democratic lieutenant governor can be underneath a Republican governor? Is that possible? I guess it is.
I don't know. That's a good question.
I've never heard that before. I thought that the lieutenant governor was friends with the governor. I thought they went in on the same ticket. And if you voted for the governor, then that person just trailed along. But in Virginia, they count stuff separate. Like, you know, the other person could have won and could have been under Youngkin. I don't get it. I don't get it. Somebody can explain to me how that works in Virginia, let's say, because that's the only time I've heard of it with this election, that the both lieutenant governor was competing each other in an election. Anyway, but yeah, old girl with that gun, and she had nappy hair at the time, but at the night of the election, she got her hair did, and she looked totally different, makeup, the whole nine, dressed nicer, but she left that one picture out for everybody to see during her whole campaign, and she wanted to shine on every little person that saw the gun, and oh my goodness. Well, how much protection you need as lieutenant governor? Man, I don't know. That was classic. Classic people.
What type of gun was that?
An AR-15. That one that the one that would kill the kids in school, and the one that's banned by everybody, and the one that everybody's trying to stop. She put that one out there, and as much as that's been in the news, as far as murdering children in schools, she has the nerve to promote. She's standing there on her political action advertisement, with that picture.
Right.
I don't understand.
She probably was sending some type of message. You know how they talk in code. And, that particular gun is probably representing whatever it is.
Yeah, but who is she talking in code to? As a black woman, who is she talking in code to?
Come on now. Our past president used to talk in code, so you done answered your own question. So we already know. Jackass Republicans.
Yeah, but just saying you're black. She said I'm black. I'll always be black. But she talking in code to Aryan Nation jokes?
Probably just to soothe us. That's all. Just to try to win us over. But I'm quite sure those young white yuppies probably put over the edge, or it could have been the old redneck whites that put over the edge. So
I think it was all the gun lovers.
Yeah,
all these people who lose their mind over their constitutional right to bear arms, no matter how deadly these arms are. I think when they saw her with that gun, they probably thought, oh, okay, she may not look like one of us, but she's one of us.
Right, but that was the code. That's what I'm saying. That was her code saying, okay, I'm one of y'all.
Maybe.
This is it. So, and then her coming back and saying, oh, I'm black this, I'm black that. She tried to appease us. It ain't going to work. Bye, Felicia.
Exactly. Take your gun with you.
Gun-toting self with you.
Holding the gun. Whatever happened to kissing babies? Lord, man.
Yeah. That's been replaced with toting guns. All right, keep it moving.
All right.
What you got, Poppa DD?
Let's see here. Okay, the judge said there appears to be intentional discrimination in the Arbery jury selection.
Oh, you think?
Now, the judge is saying this now, okay? But like I said, if you go back, just as a flashback, it was really hard for them to prosecute those people in that town because those guys that were accused of that crime was affiliated with that town, big time, with everything, as far as the courthouse and what I don't know what they actually did for a living, but I know they was all into the public works aspect or the whole utility aspect of the town. So everybody knew them, knew them well. And getting them prosecuted was a hard sell. Nobody wanted to take them down, Nobody wants to take out their so-called friend or whatever, especially if it's a black person involved. They're like, oh, maybe they got what they deserve, blah, blah, blah. Now, that's just the backstory of it, okay? Now, the story now is after a long and a continuous jury selection process in the coastal Georgia County in preparation for the trial of Arbery's killers, the panel of 12 people was chosen Wednesday, consisting of 1 black member and 11 white members. Okay? The jury was selected after a 2.5-week selection process that ended with prosecutors for the state accusing defense attorney of disproportionately striking qualified black juries off the panel. And based on some of their situations with marijuana use and some ways they answer some of their questions and, their attitude toward the trial and their obviously forwardness toward how they feel about the trial itself, and they just striking out blacks, bing, 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 boom. All right, the court heard arguments for 2.5 hours about why defense struck the potential juries before Wednesday's unanimous denial of some of the state's black participants, and why the jury was dismissed after they were satisfied with 11 whites and 1 black. One of the challenges that I think counsel recognized in this case is the racial overtones in the case. Of the 16 total jury selected, including the 4 alternates, 5 of the men and 11 of the women included to the pool reportedly inside the courtroom were animately, toward the case where they claimed they were siding toward the black aspect of things, based on their dress and T-shirts they wore and all this jazz,
Oh, my goodness.
Anyway, so a jury should reflect the community. Brunswick is 55% black, one reporter said. So it's outrageous that black jurors were intentionally excluded to create such an imbalanced jury in the effort to make these cold-blooded killers escape justice. All right. So this is what Ben Crump said. Ben Crump is the one representing mostly all the people that has a unjust killing about them. So we'll stay on the lookout for this particular trial. And as we say, we're going in with juries that and this 11 jury and one black person. That's going back to the 60s. You know what I mean? We didn't. Why do you need one black person? What is that? A representation or something?
So you said this county where this is taking place is 55% black, but they only can find one qualified, quote unquote, qualified black person to be on this jury.
As far as they're concerned.
Yeah, that's why I said air quote qualified to be on this jury. That's ridiculous. That is so ridiculous. Okay.
That's our society. That's our makeup. That's what we do. But the judge, he said something, but still you're going to continue on with the case. How much sense does that make?
None.
You go figure.
And these men ran him down and killed that brother. And they're still claiming that they're not guilty.
And it's on film. The one guy filmed it. So.
How do you fix your mouth to say, how do you plead not guilty? I don't even understand that.
What state is this?
Georgia.
Georgia.
Oh, no.
Brunswick, Georgia, off the coast.
Down in Georgia.
Yep.
Good old Georgia.
Yeah. Georgia on my mind.
There you go.
We'll keep
on that one.
Oh, yeah, we're going to definitely follow that case.
We might as well start marching now.
Yep, might as well start organizing.
Yep, going down there. All right. Let me see. From sugar to shit. I see. Cal Rittenhouse trial update. Okay, so we're into the day 5 trial of the Cal Rittenhouse. Everybody knows the teenager that was charged with killing 2 people and wounding a third during a violent protest in Kenosha last year after the police shooting of Jacob Blake. So in addition to counts of international recklessness and attempted homicide and reckless endangerment and curfew violation, check this out. Rittenhouse, 18, is charged with possessing a firearm as a minor, a misdemeanor. That's it. That's all. But that's what happens when you're a youth at that age, and I think the laws kind of need to change a little bit too. One of Kyle Rittenhouse defense attorneys pressed Jason Lekowski about his impression of this guy Joseph Rosenbaum the night Rittenhouse fatally shot him. So Friday morning, Lekowski told the prosecutor he did not consider Rosenbaum a threat during cross-examination. So the lawyer asked if that would have changed if Rosenbaum had approached him alone. Lekowski, he replied no. Lekowski said Rosenbaum had not threatened to kill him and had not done more than, quote-unquote, false stepping towards him. So it goes on to say that threat to my life, he says, Lekowski said, but then the lawyer then moved on to questioning about homemade chlorine gas bombs used on the streets of the Kenosha. And they went all the way that night. So Lukowski said he encountered Rittenhouse running away from the shootings, and he thought Rittenhouse said he did not shoot anyone, but needed help. So, I mean, he's saying that he didn't shoot anybody, but he just shot somebody and then he's running away. But he said he need help. So his group joined with Rittenhouse and his friends, whom they had just met, to help protect the businesses. He described Rittenhouse as a young, impressionable kid who was under-equipped and underexperienced. But Rittenhouse seemed very interested in Balk's life and time in the Army. And Balk said he tried to look out for him and advise Rittenhouse about how to act in the situation. So, I don't know, it just sounds shady here already. So the young boy Rittenhouse seemed like he just lied. He had shot someone, but he claimed that he needed help.
Well, wait, didn't he say that they had just met?
Yeah, so how can you do a characterization on this guy then, on Rittenhouse? I don't understand that. So,
and how much advising, is this guy trying to do to this 17-year-old person who you just met?
Right. So, I don't know, it just seems kind of shady, or like he's trying. Yeah, it just sounds like he's trying to help him in his defense. That's what it sounds like to me. And you know, should be the opposite way around. But he's been getting money, and they do a GoFundMe or something for this guy.
They sure did. People sent money. A lot of people that were Trump supporters sent money from all over the country for Rittenhouse's legal defense.
Yeah. So I mean, kind of sounds like the guy down there in Florida. What was his name? Trayvon Martin. Got the guy's name.
George Zimmerman.
Yeah, Zimmerman.
Yeah. Paul Zimmerman. Yeah. I don't know. There need to be some checks and balances on what people do, and stop putting things under the rug.
But Kyle, what's his name? Kyle Rittenhouse. He said that he came down there from, I forgot what state he came from. He came down there to Kenosha, Wisconsin, and then said he was trying to protect the businesses. Okay, now, problem number one is that the police were already trying to do that. The police were there on the scene trying to deal with the crowd, the protests, the businesses, all of that. This kid is a kid. He was 17. He was not part of the police. He was, I mean, if you're basically acting like some kind of vigilante. Nobody sent for him. Nobody asked him to come down to the Kenosha and do jack squat. You show up with an AK, what's that gun called?
AR-15.
You come down there with an AR-15, start shooting people, talking about you trying to protect somebody's business? But did the business hire you? No. So what are you talking about? This is such a farce, and I hope they throw his stupid behind under the jail, because this doesn't make sense. You killed 2 people. None of which were black, but nonetheless, you took 2 lives and injured another. And you're trying to act like you were the righteous individual in this whole thing. That's a crock of crap.
I agree.
I'm just tired of these people trying to act like, they're the wounded party in all of this. Ain't nobody called for you.
So I see there's another gentleman. I didn't mention him, Ryan Balk. He was part of this also. It says he's an Army veteran who came from Washington County with friends with body armor, rifles, and handguns to try to stop, quote-unquote, rioting and looting and whatnot. So he joined up with Rittenhouse and some other this group. I'm like, okay, like you said, they just vigilantes. Yeah, I just need somebody else to handle it. But,
that's all it is. It's vigilantism. And they're trying to get away with it.
Yeah, if it was us, we'd be gone. We'd be dead. Or we'd be underneath the jail. It'd be like, okay, they would have called us a bunch of hoodlums and some other stuff with guns.
Precisely. Nobody deputized them like they used to do in the Old West when stuff got out of hand. They would basically tag like they do in wrestling, tag you in and say, all right, I'm going to deputize you. Go on out here and kill these bad guys. You know, it doesn't work like that.
Right, yeah. So, I don't know. It's just crazy.
Oh, my goodness.
Yep, crazy. All right, we're going to keep following the story, so we'll see what's going to happen. We're going to pray on it. Justice is prevailed, so we'll see.
Yeah, something got to happen. Because I know he better not get away with this. Well, anyway.
I think it's going to be an uproar if he does, so we'll see. Yeah. All right.
All right. Well, if you want to join the conversation, give us a call at 914-803-4306. Press 1 if you have an opinion and want to talk about it. Otherwise, we're going to keep it moving. Let's see. We're going to take a break and then hit them and quit them. Is that the plan? All right. Poppa DD gave me the nod. All right. That's the plan. We're going to take a quick CC break, as we call it, and we're coming back on the other side with the Hit 'em and Quit 'em headline.
This is Beyonce.
No!
It's Friday night, so run and tell somebody that the Pajama Party is on right now, right here on WPJP Blog Talk Radio. Oh, yeah, this is how we do it. Call 914-803-4306 and press 1 to get in on the conversation, or you can join us online at www.apajamaparty.com and click the Listen Live banner. So if you want to give a shout-out, wish a happy birthday, hear yourself on the radio, or get your 15 seconds of fame, you need to call us right now on 914-803-4306 and press 1. How often do you get a chance like this? Hey, we're only on till 10 p.m. Eastern, so get on the phone and call us right now. We're waiting to make you famous, even if it is just for tonight. Don't be shy. Call 914-803-4306 and press 1. I'm going to stop by the bar, but I'll meet you back at the show.
All right, welcome back to Pajama Party. One of your Poppa DD. Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir, darling. Woo, all right, it's time. Hit 'em, bam, quit 'em.
Okay, I'm serious tonight. I'm going to stay on point.
We're going to hit 'em, bam, quit 'em. Boom.
All right, timekeeper. All right, I got the first one here. Cities across the U.S. elect their first black mayors with an S. Let's see. I mean, why it take so long? Okay. Hey. So, black candidates in Pittsburgh, KC, Kansas City, that's my second little town I like, and St. Petersburg, Florida, rose to victory on Tuesday while making history as the city's first black mayors. Pittsburgh elected state rep Ed Gainey by a large margin, defeating Republican Tom Moreno. Yay! Gainey said he decided to run for office after the 2020 death of George Floyd, a black man who was killed by an officer, sparked a racial tension across the country. He goes on to say, I was thinking this is the greatest time to build a bridge between yesterday and today. Greatest time to talk about why we need to be diverse. Also, why we need to keep our real estate affordable and why we need to be safe. All right, kudos to him. Also, Kansas City elected former Deputy Police Chief Tyrone Garner, defeating the one-term incumbent Mayor David Alvey. Also, in the final unofficial result, Garner had 51% of the vote, and his opponent had 49. That was a close race. Also, Garner said he was urged to run by others in the community, defeating 5 rivals. in the primary back in August. All right. In St. Petersburg, they elected their first black mayor in the city's 118th year. Let me say that again. The first black mayor in the city's 108th year history with Ken Welch. Wow. Unofficial results show Welch won 60.48% of the vote, with his opponent, Robert Blackman, winning only 39.52%. Hey, kudos to them, all the black mayors. Congrats.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yes. Hercules.
Sherman.
Finally, yeah. So that's it on that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, shout out to all the black mayors.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right. Hit 'em and quit 'em, Poppa DD.
Let's see here.
What
you hitting? Let's talk about this fake meow guy.
All right.
This Aaron Rodgers dude.
Uh-oh. I knew that was coming somewhere.
Now he's singing the Kyrie Irving tune about vaccinations. Talking about, I did my research and I talked to many medical, and he ain't named one medical person he talked to, claiming, well, I'm allergic to one of the such and suches and one of the two of the. He said that he's allergic to two of the ingredients in Moderna and Pfizer, and he said he heard about how Johnson & Johnson people died with that one there, so he opted out of whatever. Now, first of all, what ingredients is in Moderna and Pfizer? First of all, I did not see the side of that cereal box to tell me that it's sugar, oats, grain. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Where is it written, the ingredients for these different? And my opinion, I don't think that these pharmaceutical companies are putting out ingredients like that. You know, that's a trade secret patent ingredients that has to do with a vaccine. Mm-hmm. And you don't just give it out like for the hell of it like that. At least I really don't believe that they do. It ain't just, please, come on now.
He's full of crap.
He's full of crap. He talks a good game. And then he talks on these podcasts with these different people, like a typical white boy going to a podcast and talking with his little beanie cap on, needs a shave, needs a beard trim, looks like a damn hillbilly, hair straight like a classic trailer park white boy. He's one of them white boys, too, like some of them other brothers and white boys, that if they wasn't superstars, they wouldn't get no pussy because they're so ugly and so out of place looking and so awkward that it's the sports world that's making him look good. You know, somebody get money, now they look good. What's that girl, the Kardashian? What's her name? Chloe.
Courtney? Chloe?
Chloe. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Chloe. Chloe will be ugly her whole life, okay? Her whole life she'll be ugly.
Oh, poor baby.
There's nothing she could do about it. And she just puts on all this makeup. And I mean, her baby's gorgeous because she had a baby with that brother, basketball player. I forget his name. He played with LeBron James for a while with the Cavaliers. But anyway, and I'm just talking. But the situation is like, the whole situation with Aaron Rodgers is like, nobody's telling you what to do, but don't lie. You lied from the beginning saying you was vaccinated, and now you're playing around all these sports players, hugging at the end of the game, in people's faces and everything like that. This stuff is real. And when people start dropping like flies, it's going to be, it's going to be telling. It's going to be real telling.
Yeah.
I mean, you can have your reasons for doing stuff, but if you don't get the vaccine, that's cool. But at least wear a mask and protect yourself, protect other people. You're not getting your mask, but you still want to be part of society. That's almost like carrying around a venereal disease and still fucking, I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's like, come on.
You can't do that.
But then when you come out with all these alibis as a sports figure, like Kyrie Irving and all these people, if that's what you didn't do from the beginning, then didn't do it. But don't lie on the back end. And then saying, well, no. He's saying, well, I studied stuff just like I studied when I was in his little podcast thing. He said, I studied the stuff on this thing just like I studied when I was hosting Jeopardy. Like I studied when I do sports, when I got a game coming up. Nobody's talking about football and nobody's talking about Jeopardy. Alice Trebek Jr. Nobody's talking about that. They're talking about a vaccine. So why are you throwing stuff in? Why are you throwing? What's that?
He needs to talk about statistics. I mean, science, man. Come on now. The bullshit.
He claimed he did I did all the research. He said, what got me is when he said, I talked to many medical professionals. I wanted to say, name one. Name. You couldn't put one medical person's name out there. They wouldn't buy it. They would not.
Right.
If you was a doctor, would you let Aaron Rodgers put your name out there?
Nope.
Think about it.
He would have done better. He would have done better if he said it's against my religion. Now I can respect that.
Right, religion would have been a better out. Yep. Right. Religion would have been a better out. Yep.
No, but he claimed that he did some kind of homeopathic something that he did that was just as good as getting the vaccination.
What was it called? Homie Don't Play That?
That's what it was, apparently. He went and got some Homie Don't Play That.
He got some Homie Don't Play That.
You got some Homie the Clown?
He must have. And so now that clown got COVID.
So now he won't be playing this Sunday, and this Sunday they play the Kansas City Chiefs in Kansas City, and
that's my second
let's see what happens.
Good. I'm glad.
Let's see what's up.
I don't wish COVID on anybody, but for that stunt he pulled, he got what he deserved.
Yeah, they're
gonna bench you.
Yeah, they're all revealing themselves. We'll talk later about that. And
but can I just say what makes it even worse, in my opinion, is that he knew what the NFL policy was for unvaccinated players. They were supposed to get all these tests on regular basis. They're supposed to wear masks whenever they're indoors. But yet he did all these different news conferences indoors, unmasked, all up in people's face, like he was vaccinated. And when he had to answer the question about his vaccination status, he said, yes, I'm vaccinated. Now you're trying to say, oh, well, the homeopathic remedy that I did was just like being vaccinated. Ain't nobody asked you if you got a reasonable facsimile of a vaccine. They said, were you vaccinated, yes or no?
Yeah.
You know, it's like being pregnant. You either are or you're not. You don't say, well, I'm just as good as pregnant.
When people start talking too much, they're lying. So if you can't answer the question straight, you're lying.
Well, speaking on that, when he was talking...
go ahead. I'm sorry.
When he was talking on the podcast, he couldn't look straight at the camera. His eyes kept shifting to the side like a classic liar. I mean, it was a mess. And, and these sports figures, they think, and like I said, a person like him, he thinks he is such a, especially when he puts his little male bun in the back of his hair. I guess he just thinks he's what was that guy's name that wore the bun in those movies?
Oh,
the one everybody references.
With the man bun, I can't remember.
Man bun. He was in there with the rapper. The rapper just passed away. He was in a movie with him.
Yeah, I can't remember him. But anyway, all right. Yeah. We already hit that enough now.
Okay. All right. We can talk a little more about that later. All right. NFL wants to move past Washington scandal. Oh my God. This right here hits home.
I'm glad you got that story, Ketel. That's your people.
See what I'm saying? Democrats on the panel have slammed the NFL for a quote-unquote lack of transparency as the NFL seeks to close the book on Washington football team scandal. Congress has made clear the league won't be able to change the subject just yet. League officials have until today to turn over documents related to a long-standing toxic culture within the Washington organization. That's what the committee wants. Democrats on the panel have slammed the NFL for lack of transparency. Like I said, the committee took its first step last month, sending a letter to Commissioner Roger Goodell. He is back on the MF Kisser list, requesting a wide range of records, including all materials connected to the NFL's internal investigation of allegations of rampant sexual harassment. An examination of Ketel has strenuously worked to keep private, even as explosive tidbits have emerged in leaks in the press. Folks starting to sing. They starting to sing like canaries. That's why. It goes on to say NFL has one of the most prominent platforms in America. Yeah, not anymore. And its decisions can have national implications. Oh, really? The NFL went about investigating the alleged abuse, including claims that cheerleaders were filmed while getting undressed. Really? Okay. Goes on to say Ketel announced a $10 million fine for the WFT back in July, really, along with the reduced role for team owner Daniel Snyder. On the kissing list, Ketel addressed those who say Snyder was not truly punished because his wife, Tanya Snyder, was named co-CEO. Wow. I don't think he's been held accountable. And I think we did an unprecedented fine, Ketel said. Okay, y'all didn't do enough. How about that? And for Snyder sliding his wife's name on the paperwork, I mean, slick's the move. So both of y'all officially on the kiss it list. So, yeah. But, so the investigation included 150 people, and they collected 650,000 emails. But Ketel has insisted he will not release any detailed summary to the public. Y'all just full of crap. Y'all just...
I'm like, why not?
Because they'd be out of business.
Tell the truth and shame the devil.
They will be I call them and shit. They'd be out of business. They would be out of business because during the time frame, that culture of just being nasty was just prevalent. You know what I mean? Filming and peeping, and they call it upskirting. You know what I mean? Joker tie a camera to the front of his shoe and just film ladies going up the escalator and all kind of crap. But anything related to that would still be on an upskirting level, and they were rampant in there. And the boss knew it. He probably was a freakazoid his damn self.
Probably.
And then, like I said, he threw all the stuff in his wife's name. So now the Washington football team is really owned by his wife and not him.
Allegedly.
He's just a go-between on paper. So it's paper's what matters.
You know what? I think the more money, the more freaky.
Oh, without doubt.
Sure. But they think that they're untouchable and that they're their own quote-unquote club. It's a white boys club, as they say all the time. And,
freaky white boys club.
Yeah, and things are starting to come out, starting to be revealed. But if nothing comes out of this, it's going to be a lot of money put underneath that table. A lot of elbows rubbed, too.
Yeah.
Look at John Gruden. His main guy he was emailing was the president of the football team at the time. That was his main boy. Whenever he wanted to talk about anybody or curse anybody out or talk about people, Jews, blacks, gay people, whatever, the president of the Washington football team was his main buddy to send emails to. So they got a bunch of, I'm telling you, if Goodell releases those emails to the media, oh my God. It's like opening a pile of dog mess around flies. It'd be viciously. It'd be, man. Like I said, they're not letting it go because, man, the Redskins will be done. They will be done.
It's the freaky white boys club.
Yeah, what are you going to do? Yeah.
They need to be exposed. I'm putting them on the kiss it list.
They know it.
The freaky white boys club.
The wife knew he was freaky, too. She freaky probably, too.
When she married a freak. She knew he was a freak when she married him.
She probably messed with half the
she liked that money, and she was like, okay.
And she probably liked
a freak, but I need that money.
She probably liked them Shetland pony brothers, too, on the team. You never know.
Okay, well, anyhow, I'm going to talk about Hertz Rent-A-Car now.
She's taking meat in the bag. Anyway.
Oh, boy.
Let's move on.
Okay. Hertz Rent-A-Car. They're in hot water. That's a name we probably haven't heard in a minute. They're going through bankruptcy. So what had happened was a bankruptcy court judge is set to hear arguments that started yesterday regarding claims filed by dozens of Hertz car customers who said they were falsely arrested. In some cases, they were locked up in jail because the Hertz car company reported the cars that they had rented as being stolen. What kind of shiggity is this? So the car company, Hertz, we're talking about, I'm putting them on the kiss it list, they recently emerged from bankruptcy, and they're insisting that virtually, they didn't say every one, they said virtually all of these claims are meritless, and they say that they should not be allowed to proceed for various technical reasons. They're talking about these lawsuits where people are saying we either got arrested or in some cases we got put in jail. So one of the claimants, his name is James Tolan, said that a surprise traffic stop in Houston, Texas, late last year turned into a frightening police encounter that made him fear for his life. After completing a project for a customer for his company, Tolan was heading home December 23rd in a pickup truck that he rented from Hertz. He and his fiancée, Crystal Carter, who is also one of the claimants in the lawsuit, said they rented the truck from Hertz, and they had been renting trucks from Hertz at least a dozen times in that year. And, you know, they had never had a problem before. But this time, the police stopped him, pulled him over, made him get out the car, made him pull his shirt up, I guess to make sure he wasn't concealing any weapons. And this was around 10 o'clock at night. And told him that the truck had been reported as stolen. Now, at this point, the cops had guns drawn on him and his fiancée that were in this truck. And he's trying to understand, like, what is happening? What are you talking about? This is a truck that we rented from Hertz, and if you let me get the rental contract out of the glove box, I'll show it to you. So the police allowed him, thank God, they didn't shoot him. They let him get the rental paper out and he was able to show them where he had rented the truck from Hertz. So the police ended up calling Hertz to verify it, and they ended up telling Hertz, y'all need to get your act together. You need a new system or something. And come to find out, the vehicle that he was actually driving had been reported as stolen by Hertz like 3 months before. Now, what is going on? How is Hertz renting vehicles that clearly is right there, because this brother and his fiancée were driving the truck, but Hertz had reported it as stolen 3 months before? Now, I don't know if they're running some kind of insurance scam, which is what I started thinking. You know, you report the thing as being stolen and never recovered, and then you get the insurance money. Isn't that how that works? You get your insurance money, but the car is still in service. You're still renting it out, making money on the thing. Sounds like some double dipping to me. But Hertz is trying to act like, oh, no, these lawsuits that these people are filing against us are virtually meritless, I'm trying to say. So, anyway, these two people, Tolan and his fiancée, said, you know, after they were told about that the car had been reported as being stolen, et cetera, they ended up eventually filing this lawsuit. And there's about like 160 some odd people who have now filed lawsuits against Hertz over experiences just like this. You're driving, minding your own business, and then you get pulled over, and the cops tell you you're driving a stolen vehicle. You're going downtown with us. You know, all this kind of stuff. Getting guns drawn on you, traumatizing people, all because either Hertz has such a messed up system they can't keep their record straight, or Hertz is running a scam, and now it's exposed. I'm leaning towards a scam, but I'm a conspiracy theorist, and that's the way I usually see things. Yeah.
So are they bankrupt? Did they file for bankruptcy?
They did file for bankruptcy, and now they're trying to come out of bankruptcy. So I'm thinking they filed, I forgot which chapter is the reorganization chapter. There's a chapter number for bankruptcy that you can file when you want to reorganize debt, and then there's a different chapter. I think chapter 11 is when you're trying to get rid of all your debt. And then 13 might be the one where you reorganize debt. So, because it says that they were just re-emerging from bankruptcy. So it sounds like they did the one where you reorganized. But apparently they're not organized. Or, like I said, they got busted. I don't know which.
Yeah. Somebody pushed the wrong button. Somebody said, okay, we're going to file for this one, and something ain't right. Some paperwork is either messed up or, like you said, they running a scam.
Something is foul. And then they're trying to say that the majority of the people who filed these lawsuits were probably people that were weeks or months overdue in returning the vehicles and who stopped communicating with us. I'm like, okay, first of all, you and I and all of us know when you rent a vehicle, you give them your license, they got your address, they know where you are. So if it's been a week, even a matter of a couple of days, and you haven't called to say I need to keep the car a few more days, and, you know, you haven't communicated, they know where you are. They will come to your residence. Now, unless you're really doing tricks and hiding the car at somebody else's address, they know where you are. So I don't want to hear this stuff about talking about in some cases it's been months that we haven't heard from people who rented from us. I'm not buying that one at all.
That don't even make sense.
No, that ain't making sense at all.
Right.
So just be aware that I just put Hertz on the Kiffin list because they're full of crap.
Yeah. Just don't rent from them no time soon.
No, I'm saying don't rent from them, period.
Yeah, I always use budget.
Some funky stuff going on.
Yeah, I always use budget. I don't mess with them. I didn't realize.
I'm saying anybody but them.
Yeah, I didn't know they were still around, but anyway.
Who's the one that OJ used to do the commercials for? Was that Hertz?
That was Hertz.
Okay. All right. On that note,
I'm traditional. I go with the Black Rent-A-Car Company myself.
And who is that?
It's Alamo National.
Oh.
Alamo National.
I thought you were going to say budget or something.
Green. Alamo National, nobody else. And I fly Southwest. I'm black all the way. Blackity black. Southwest Airlines, Alamo, and National, that's it.
Okay.
So
and I might mess with Enterprise. I might mess with Enterprise. If I'm desperate, I'll go to Enterprise. But Enterprise, National Enterprise, and Alamo are really all the same company. They're all connected, just so you know. That's my secret. Yeah. I shouldn't have told you all that. But y'all stick with budget. Anyway.
Okay, I hear you.
That's my secret.
It must be time for the cocktail of the week. Cocktail of the week. Week.
All right.
Are you ready for it, Ketel?
I sure am. It's called the Raise Up. That's what we need to do. Raise up from these crazy people.
Okay.
Let me see. 0.6 ounces of Bullet Rye whiskey. 0.25 ounces of sweet vermouth. 2 ounces of elderflower liqueur. Sounds pretty good. 1 dash of aromatic bitters. 1 dash of Picard's bitters. And 0.25 ounces of cognac. If you like more, hey, pour more. Hey. So all this equipment we need is a rock glass, a jigger, and a knife. Okay. You're going to hurt somebody. All right. Measure ingredients using a jigger. Stir and strain into a rock glass. And over ice, of course, and garnish with a lemon twist. And that's called the Rise Up. Or Raise Up, however you want to pronounce it. All right. So we got cognac, bitters, liqueur, vermouth, and rye whiskey. Sounds interesting. What you say, Papa?
It sounds good. I mean, I don't know about that rye whiskey, but So that's the Rise Up. Is that what it is with the rye whiskey?
There you go.
Ease up, rise up. Either way, you got to get up.
Yep. to get up to make it, right? There you go.
Get up and make it. All right.
Yeah, it'll be on our website.
Thank you for that one.
All right.
The cocktail of the week is brought to you by DC Homegrown International. I'm adding international onto it. Our parent company. And you can check them out at dchomegrown.com, see what they're up to. That's our parent company. So go online and show them some love. And we're going to take a quick break, and we're coming back with What's Poppin' and Poppa DD. He's going to fire us up on the other side of the break. This is Redwine, and you're listening to WPJP Blog Talk Radio Pajama Party. Check out my commentary. I like to call it I'm Just Saying, because sometimes I am just saying. It's just my opinion. It's what I think. Hey, you don't have to agree, but if you disagree, call us up. 914-803-4306. Hey, don't forget, they can catch us on Twitter also at apajamaparty.com, too. What's the number, Papa?
914-803-4306. I don't know how I got in the studio. Redwine came in here by himself, and me and Ketel just happened to come here and catch her stealing airtime, as usual.
You know, I was trying to do my own promo, and y'all just happened to show up again.
What
time? Oh, 9 o'clock Eastern Time, 8 o'clock Mountain Time, 7 o'clock Central Time. No, that's wrong.
And 6 o'clock Western Time. West Coast Time.
Right,
okay.
Right. Either way.
So if you're in California, call us at 6 p.m., 7 o'clock if you're hanging out in Colorado somewhere.
7 o'clock, that's Central Time. See, now we got it all together.
7 o'clock if you're in...
okay, it's 9 o'clock Eastern. Y'all do the math. Figure out where you are. Check your watch. 9 o'clock Eastern.
Right, okay.
Check us out.
9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 9:15 CP time, right?
Yep, that's right.
CP time, 9:15.
There you go.
All right.
All right, bartender. Hey.
Bartender.
Hey, is that Mr. Lowe? Hey, come on, Mr. Lowe, the bartender.
I was trying to jiggle my ice in my glass, but it melted.
Oh, jiggle.
All right, welcome back to Pajama Party. One host Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir, darling. Comment allez-vous? All right. It's that time, Poppa DD. Got to ask you the question. What's poppin'?
What's poppin'? Wow. Man, I tell you what, when things go full circle, it's amazing how you look and see who the real villains are out there. We just had an election. Let's just talk about the Virginia election. Oh, my God. I can't get enough of that election. And I'm not going to just go in the election. I'm going to go before the election. All the qualified people, all the beautiful minds of people that was running in the Democratic primary. The two ladies that ran, educated, they were all situated, educated. They were all relatively qualified with everything, and they were just people. They were people that were trying to better their life and pursue their future and things like that. One's name was Jennifer McClellan. Okay, she was a Virginia State Senate District 9, and the other sister was another Jennifer Cal Foy, F-O-Y. All right, she was the House of Delegates and all that jazz, and she was a graduate of college and all kinds of stuff herself. And these were two ladies that was qualified. But what did they do in the Democratic primary? They went after an old fuddy-duddy name. What was his name? McCullen.
McAuliffe.
McAuliffe. What was his first name?
I can't even think of it right now.
Anyway.
But him.
I want to call him by his first name. I don't even want to call him by his damn last name. Terry, I think it was. Terry McAuliffe.
Yeah, I think that's
Anyway, that was him. Now, he ran against a brand new guy whose name was Youngcomb, right? Glenn Youngcomb. Now, Glenn Youngcomb wore his classic zip-up, no-sleeve what was that crap you wear? It's no sleeves on it, and it comes up in like a French collar, and the sleeves are out. And he said, well, I was a basketball star. I dribbled good. I got a scholarship. Now, there's 10,000 black folks in the world that could dribble their ass off and shoot their ass off and can't get no damn scholarship nowhere. But he says, well, I dribbled good. I worked hard. I got a scholarship. I ain't never heard his name on nothing. College, pros, nowhere. Okay? So he bullshitted his way into that. But the man ran businesses before he ran for that particular job, and he gained a lot of money. And white folks' motto is the one with the most toys wins. Okay? So if you live on a house in an exclusive white neighborhood, you got the biggest house and the best house. Everybody's kissing your ass. And that's why Trump rose to his fame, because he had the best toys and he won. That's how they go. White folks, white men, let's just say white men, not all white men, they got some cool white men out there, but the ones that are, fucked up, for lack of a better word, they're into a monkey see, monkey do situation. He who has the most and the best toys wins. The nicest house, the nicest car, who owns the business, yada, yada, yada. All the other white folks are kissing their ass and want to be like them. Okay? If you got an all-white jury out there, the white man that owns the pizza shop and owns the laundromat and owns all the shit, they make him the foreman of the jury. That's how white folks are. The one with the most toys wins. So, Glenn Youngkin had the most toys in the Republican primary, so he smoked everybody else. I couldn't even give you a name of the people that ran in the primary with the Republicans, because if they were poor as shit, they didn't win nothing. Like I said, if you got the most toys, you're going to win. So, anyway, now let's get to the election. Youngkin won. The Republicans won. But this time they won. They weren't complaining about no miscount, were they? Were they saying the shit was rigged? Nah, because they asses won. They only bitch and complain when they lose. When they lose, oh, this shit is rigged. We were bamboozled. Oh, this is a witch hunt. Oh, we need a recount. Oh, hire a guy in the post office to fuck up the mail. All kind of stuff when they lose. When they lose, they complain like a son of a bitch. Glenn Youngkin came out there that night of the elections, finally took off his little zip-up, no-sleeve ass little thing. The little thing you wear underneath your coat, this little zip-up vest. Mm-hmm. Undergarment vest with a zip-up, no sleeves. Finally took it off and wore a tie. Looked silly as hell. I liked him better with the zip-up joint, because he wore it so damn much that I liked him better than that. But he comes out and he says his speech and what he's going to do and all that. But nobody knows who he was. Getting back to what I said from the beginning, and I'll close on this. Why didn't the Democrats pick one of them beautiful, strong, intelligent women, and they were black as a matter of fact, to run against Youngkin, as opposed to go and find Terry McCullum, who used to be a governor, 8 damn years ago, then got 8 years older, grayer, older, more fucking wrinkles, back hurting, feet hurting, leg hurt, whatever the hell's wrong. He's older. He's 8 years older. He looks a mess. His campaign was wrong. His speeches was wrong. The debate was wrong. But you took them two sisters and they paid them no rabbit-ass mind, and y'all lost. So for the governor's situation in Virginia, for the Democrats, that's good for y'all ass, because you fucked that up. That's it.
All right now. Yes, they did. I agree with you.
Anyway.
They should have, to go up against an unknown.
It should have been an unknown.
Instead of going to get old hat.
Old hat. They thought the old hat was going to win. Oh, put McCullum in there. He used to be the governor. Yeah. I used to be a male exotic dancer, but I can't shake my ass like that no more.
All right now.
Anyway.
Woo, that was him. Okay.
Didn't drink on that one.
Woo.
Anyway.
Okay.
That's Virginia.
Virginia.
Virginia's for lovers.
Yeah, so they say.
They got a new governor, so watch this stuff. Drive 55, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they got those parents all fired up now.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about, we're not going to have that critical race theory.
We don't want to know what happens to you Negroes.
White children to feel guilty
we don't
about
want to know what happened to you Negroes back in the day. We're not going to teach our children they're white, and we need to stay white, and we don't want to know what happened back in the day. We don't want to know none of that.
And now they keep, the new phrase, and what's his name? Aaron Rodgers used that phrase too, talking about the woke agenda.
Oh, Aaron, you know what Aaron Rodgers also said?
About
he used a Trump thing where he said a witch hunt. Now the NFL's going at me with a witch hunt. I said, damn, Aaron, why don't you just put a fucking Donald Trump mask on your ass? Wow.
Oh, now he's talking about the woke agenda coming after him.
Yeah, well, he hangs around a lot of black
folks.
folks.
All of this stuff about woke. I'm like, so when somebody finally questions y'all and stands up to y'all, now it's about, it's the woke agenda.
Yeah, well, he's been around
black.
black.
You know what? How about, we are woke.
He's been around blacks for a long time.
Too long, and now we all are woke.
As a quarterback, he's been around black folks for a long time.
Yeah,
but he's still got 3 inches of white steel between his legs. And that's all he got. Anyway.
I was about to say, I'm not touching that one.
Let's lighten it up.
Oh, yeah. Time to lighten it up.
Lighten it up.
Poppa DD talking that stuff. It's time to lighten it up, Ketel. Woo!
Let's rock and roll.
Yep.
All right.
You're the first, Ketel. Let's hit that weird news.
I think you're up first. I think Redwine's up first.
Am I up first?
My schedule says. What your
Oh,
schedule?
okay, you're right. I was trying to go to Ketel.
Yeah,
okay, I got a bear.
Always passing the damn book. Anyway.
That's your butt, Poppa DD.
Go ahead.
Okay, I got a bear raid in California. A man said that he returned home to find not one but 2 bears inside his home, and one of them was snacking on leftover fried chicken in the kitchen from KFC. John Holden is his name. He said the bear was outside at first of his Sierra Madre home when he arrived at the house and noticed that his front door was wide open. He said he went into the house and discovered inside one bear snacking on a bucket of KFC chicken that he had left on the kitchen counter. He then said that he has encountered bears outside the house on multiple occasions, but they'd never come inside the house before. He says, I've had a lot of other encounters with these bears. I've actually had them bump into me a couple times in the backyard, but definitely never in the house like this. He said that there was something else. He said that was something else, and that they sure made a mess of the place. He said it was likely that the bears had been drawn into the home by the smell of the fried chicken. He said that the animals lingered in his yard for a while after he chased them outside. And a hungry bear recently made an unexpected appearance at a wedding reception in Mexico. The video filmed at the party in Nuevo León shows the bear investigating the table of food at the reception, searching for food before he got chased away. Now, I'm trying to understand, how did the bear come through the front door? Did he not lock the door? The bear's turned doorknob?
Where was it?
He said he came home and the front door was open, and then he came in and saw a bear in the kitchen eating the KFC out the bucket.
What state? I'm asking, what state was it?
Oh, it was in California.
Oh, okay. Maybe they keep their doors open. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't understand, but either way, watch yourself if you leave KFC in your house sitting on counters and you got bears around.
Maybe left the key underneath the door for them.
I don't know. These bears must be smart or something. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. All right. We're going to shift to Minnesota. Minnesota police called to break up, never heard of this now, bald eagle street fight. Police officer was summoned to break up an unusual street fight when 2 bald eagles were found, quote-unquote, stuck together in the middle of a road. The city of Plymouth said in a Facebook post, what's his name, Officer Mitch Martison, he responded to a neighborhood on a report of 2 bald eagles stuck together on a Plymouth roadway. Martison said being called to break up a street fight between 2 eagles was the first for him. I'm quite sure, first for me too. We do have de-escalated tactics, but I've never applied them to eagles or other animals. The officer consulted with the Minnesota Department of Natural Resources and the Raptor Center, which told him the eagles were likely in a dispute over territory. Of course. So Martin said he was attempting to cover the birds. He is to calm them down when they decided to flee the scene. They flee the scene. The eagle started going at it again, and the next thing you knew, they were flying away. So interesting. Two bald eagles.
Bald eagle street fight.
They said, look, this is my territory. Move your ass out the way. It's my territory.
What will they think of that? All right, Poppa DD, what's your weirdness?
Oh, man, let me tell you, this is some crazy shit right here.
Aren't they all?
This is in New Zealand, okay?
And
I tell you what, if I ever plan a vacation, it won't be in New Zealand because them people are just nasty.
Oh.
Some of them anyway, at least this couple anyway. Anyway, they unearthed what could be the world's largest potato. Now, potato, I said, okay? New Zealand couple, Colin and Donna. Craig Brown, that's their name. Colin and Donna Craig Brown. Now, if you go to New Zealand and they own a bed and breakfast, please don't stay there. Because they got issues, man. They discovered something very large and very ugly in their backyard this August. It was a 17.4-pound potato. According to the Associated Press, the AP, they said, we couldn't believe it. Donna told the news agency it was just huge. Okay. Now, the married couple made their discovery while digging in their garden. At first, Colin, who was the husband, wasn't sure what it could be. Now, you didn't plant the motherfucker? Okay. He wasn't sure what it could be. But now dig this here. Once he tasted a bit of the skin, now, who finds some big-ass stuff in their yard and gets a knife and just tastes the skin without even knowing what it is? Anyway, after he tasted the skin, he said he knew exactly what he was dealing with. He said over time, the couple have grown quite fond of their massive root vegetables that they grew in the yard. In addition to deciding to call it Doug, now they gave it a name. You know, I don't know if you saw the movie, what was that movie with Tom Hanks?
Oh, gosh. Castaway.
Castaway, yeah. He had a soccer ball that he named Wilson. Anyway, they named this potato Doug, okay? Okay, over time, in addition to deciding to call it Doug, a nod on how the potato came into their lives, Colin even made a small cart to wheel it around, okay? What? They said we put a hat on it, we put them on Facebook, we used to talk to them, walk them around, take them outside, give them some sunshine, Donna said. Now, Donna must have been lonely as hell. She takes a potato outside to give it some sunshine. Potato. She said it was a bit of fun. The neighbors came around and honored us and took pictures. However, all the love and attention Doug was getting, now remember, Doug is the potato, has come at a cost. They say it started to get a bit smelly, okay, which means the potato was rotten. All right? Colin, the husband, told the Associated Press, so after cleaning off some of the mold on it, okay, the mold and scabs that was growing on the skin, the potato now lives in the couple's freezer. Okay, let me say that again. After cleaning mold and scabs off of this potato, the potato now lives in the couple's freezer. Okay? Although Colin told the Associated Press that Doug, now remember, Doug is the name of the potato. Doug may end up being, he said he may use Doug later on to make some vodka.
Potato
vodka. And the couple also hopes to call the Guinness Book of World Records to see if they can get it in the Guinness Book, because their potato is 17 pounds and the largest potato on record in the Guinness Book is only 11 pounds. So now they're waiting to hear back from Guinness, from the Guinness World Record people. Now, these people are not only on the kissing list, but they are officially crazy. I thought they were crazy when they first tasted the damn thing. And then when they went to wipe off the mold and the scabs on it and then put it in their freezer, Lord have mercy.
Wait, let's not skip that they named him Doug.
And his name Doug.
And put him in a cart, and you said put a hat on him.
And he's on Facebook. You want to look him up? He's on Facebook.
Oh, Doug the Potato.
No, thank
Doug
you.
the Potato.
What state is this?
Ain't no state. That's over in the country of New Zealand.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, Lord. That's why.
These people must be very bored.
So there you go. And
okay.
look, they own a bed and breakfast, so if you want to stay in their bed and breakfast.
Oh, no, thank you.
All right, and hash brown potatoes. Hash brown potatoes is their specialty.
It might be Doug.
Come on.
I don't want no Doug potatoes.
Scrambled eggs and potatoes is their breakfast specialty. Check them out.
That would be funny. That's on the menu, Doug potatoes special.
Yeah, Doug potatoes. We got plenty of it.
People be thinking Doug must be the chef. They're like, no, Doug is the potato.
Anyway.
The molded potato.
Woo! That's some crazy.
Anyway. That's weird news.
Ooh, that was a good one, Poppa DD.
All right, we'll take a break and come back with I'm Just Saying with Redwine.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm going to go and...
Okay.
Hey, this is Ketel with the Yellow Top. I'm waiting to hear from you tonight. I'm at the Pajama Party Live. So you can reach us at 914-803-4306. Or you can check us out on apajamaparty.com. I've got my opinions, but I want to hear yours. Poppa DD and Redwine are trying to beat me down, so I need you to call back and back me up. I know you're out there. I can hear you breathing, so call me now. 914-803-4306. I'm right here on WBJP, Blog Talk Radio, waiting to hear from you. Here they come. I gotta go.
All right, welcome back to Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Oh, swag, darling. Mwah.
All right.
What you say?
We got Redwine with another potato story. Oh, no, we got
no more potatoes.
I'm Just Saying with Redwine. What you got going on?
Tonight I'm just saying she is not as privileged as she thought. That's my topic tonight. Did you all hear about this woman named Jenna Ryan? You may not know her by name, but this is the chick who is a real estate agent from Texas that flew into D.C. on a private jet or plane, whichever it was, to attend and participate in the January 6th raid or protest on the nation's capital. Now, like I said, she flew in on a private plane. She comes from Texas, real estate agent. She got money. She was live streaming on social media while at the protest at the Capitol on January 6th. And what's funny is that she thought she was so privileged that she was not going to get in any kind of real trouble for being part of all that stupidity down at the Capitol that day because she's white and she's got money. Well, guess what? She is not as privileged as she thought. Just saying. Now, Jenna Ryan is one of those diehard Trump lovers. She was down at the Capitol with her blue and red 45, ski hat, like the embroidered one with the 45 on it, talking all kind of smack, taking pictures in front of broken windows of the Capitol with a peace sign, posting this stuff all over Twitter, talking all this smack about how the election was stolen and blah, blah, blah. She posted this stuff on Twitter saying even though she stormed the Capitol, she was definitely not going to jail. Now, while live streaming on January 6th, storming the Capitol, this chick was promoting her real estate business. So while she's doing all this promoting, she was saying who she was, where you could find her, what her name was, all of that, giving these details because she's promoting her real estate business. That's just how defiant and how privileged she thought she was, that she was going to walk away completely unscathed, no problems, no issues, no worries. I'm just saying, she is not as privileged as she thought she was, and she didn't count on having to tangle with Judge Christopher Cooper who was not having any of her bull crap. So when she got to the court, well, even before she got to the court, she had gone on Twitter and posted something that said, I'm rich, I'm white, I'm blonde, I'm attractive. I am most definitely not going to jail for being part of that down at the Capitol because I got all this going for me. Turns out Judge Cooper disagreed. He sentenced her blonde, privileged ass to 60 days in jail. Now, she decided she wasn't trying to go along with that. So she sent a letter or wrote a letter to the judge. Then she tried to soften her point of view. And in her letter, she was saying some stuff about, well, some of the actions I took that day were good. I just came to D.C. to protest the election results, and I wanted my voice to be heard, and my only weapon was my voice and my cell phone. So she tried to defend her tweet about all that privilege stuff she was saying about blonde and rich and white and why she didn't think she was going to go to jail, because she said she thought if I pleaded guilty to a misdemeanor, then I wouldn't go to jail. And the judge was like, yeah, I hear what you're saying, 60 days. Judge Cooper was like, screw you and your blonde and your white and your money. You're going to jail, heifer. You went into a building that you knew you had no business. You knew you shouldn't have been in there. When he told her, when you left your hotel room that morning, you knew you were about to do something that you shouldn't have been. So all of that notwithstanding, 60 days, serve your time. So I'm just saying, as the saying goes, she thought like lit. She wasn't going to go to jail because she thought she had the blonde and the rich and the money working for her. Not so. So go take your blonde, rich, privileged ass to jail, serve your 60 days. This is Redwine, and I'm just saying, girlfriend found out she's not as privileged as she thought she was.
Very interesting.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
She really thought that those factors, blonde, rich, white, and money, was going to keep her out of jail, even though you broke the law? What, really? She thought so, but the judge said, I don't care about none of that. You broke the law. 60 days. Next. I love it. Bye, Jenna.
Bye, Felicia.
Yep. Go sit down next to Felicia. Yeah, let me put her on the kissing list. Jenna Ryan.
Okay. All right.
It's privilege.
All right. All
right. I'm going to kick it back to you, Poppa DD. Living for the city. What's happening in the city?
Well, that is a good segue to brought something up in my mind that man, if sometimes we can forget about our history based on all the spontaneous stuff that's happening these days. And I tell you, the one thing I realize in life, and I can get deep sometimes with stuff, is that our looking glass sometimes gets tighter and tighter and smaller to see out of because it's so clouded, It's so clouded with things that are going on around us. It's so spontaneous and make us forget about just how great of a people we are. We get wrapped up in the world that we see other people living, like Redwine just said, people that think they're privileged, and they begin to block our view. When you sit back and you think, let's just go back as far as Martin Luther King. We ain't got to go back 200-300 years. Let's just look at Martin Luther King with his organization of nonviolent gatherings, meetings, marches, and things like that. But our marches never ended up at the Capitol, And in most cases, at the end of our peaceful marches, we end up getting our ass whooped, We didn't pack no guns, no ornament. We just going across the bridge, the Pettus Bridge, just to go on the other side of the bridge, and got met with state troopers that just whooped everybody's ass at the end of the day. We go downtown to march, and we ended up with German shepherds and fire hoses being set on us and just whooped our ass and kicked us all around. and was peaceful. And as Martin Luther King always said, nonviolent. Martin Luther King said to be nonviolent because he knew just how crazy white folks was. He knew what they were capable of. Martin Luther King knew that if you brought one bullet, one gun, one knife, one stick, one pole, one crowbar to any type of gathering, that will give the police the opportunity to just totally destroy you. So he said, make it nonviolent, because don't do that, because these jokers are short fuse. And nobody knew white folks like Martin Luther King. Nobody. We may think we know white folks, but man, Martin Luther King knew white folks. Him and Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, they knew white people, knew what they were capable of, knew who they were, knew their inside, their outside, and they both was killed based on what they were capable of, and that was the ability to assemble people. And when people follow you based on a true belief, that's the strongest following you can get, is a true belief, not a bullshit cult that Trump is putting out there, or the lady Green, what's her name, Marjorie Green, and all these other QAnon people, poor white trash people that don't know their ass from a hole in the ground, 30, 40 years old, ain't lived long enough to know what the hell is even going on with life and people and things. They've been privileged their whole life, and now they think they're fighting. What battle are you fighting when you lived in the suburbs your whole life? What battle are you fighting when you've never been hurting for money? What battle are you fighting, Marjorie Green, when you're a fucking congresswoman with great medical insurance and great everything? Your hair looks good every time I see you. You wear the best clothes. Your makeup is flawless. Everything looks good about you. So why are you so fucking mad? That's what I don't understand. You're not a bad-looking woman. You're half-ass sexy, actually. You know? I mean, I don't want to get technical with this shit, but you're just crazy as hell. Despite, you know, your good-looking body and your blonde hair and your good makeup, your fucking mind is fucking spaghetti. It's crazy. Your shit is crazy. You've been dealt so many different bad moves in your life. Your influences have came to your life so early. That's the problem, too. When people get bad influences early in a game, you know what I mean? Because, you know, your mind is like a clay and Play-Doh. And if you don't have the opportunity for your family to teach you to resist craziness, then craziness is just going to take you over. And that's where a lot of these people are. I mean, that insurrection on the 6th of January was just off the chain. That was just white folks out there. Whew, that was their finest hour. They feel like they're white. And then what got me is people go back to Greenwich, Connecticut, which is one of the most high per capita income. And I saw ladies being interviewed in their parlor or in their little vestibule area by people about the insurrection Saturday, and they would be in their little clothes back in Connecticut looking all nice saying, yeah, we were there. Then they showed pictures of them that day, and they were all in their battle gear. It was crazy. I mean, how are you going to talk about people that are looting and things like that when you have the capability to be just like those same black folks that you talk about that's out there looting? You can do the same shit. You human like anybody else. It's what we hide behind in our life and what we project out front and what they make people believe with their white skin. Because we always see white folks and think that, boy, that's the avenue to pureness, so they're cool. Bullshit. Study them, look them over, check them out. That's where the term Karen came from, because they always want to be in your business. You can sit down, mind your business. You get up and do something, there's Karen. You know, you really shouldn't move over there because I think that seat is taken over. Karen, shut the fuck up. I'm moving over there. I know the seat's not taken because I talked to the lady before she left, and she told me she was leaving the restaurant. So get the fuck out of my business. That's a Karen move when somebody is watching the environment more than you and don't know the real truth of everything going on around them. That's the meaning of a Karen. But anyway, I'm going to leave it alone. I'm out.
Okay, now. Poppa DD has spoken.
Okay.
Wee.
It's rough out there, I'm telling you.
We kicking butt and taking names.
Don't forget our history. Do not forget our history. It's not far away. Don't look at all this crap going on today. Look at your ancestors and the shit they went through. God bless them. They were so strong and so beautiful. Lord have mercy.
Okay.
All right now. Well, thank you for that one, Poppa DD.
Yeah, that was a good one. All right.
Okay, where are we going to now, Ketel?
All right. I'm ready. I'm waiting for Papa.
Oh,
Okay.
I thought we was, you ain't going to take it.
She's ready. Let's go.
I thought you were going to come
Hollywood
back as a word from our sponsors.
We can hear from them
ready.
later.
Kit Kat. From Kit Kat.
I'm up.
I'm up.
Yeah, there's your break.
5 more minutes. All right, anyway.
Yeah, right.
Hollywood. Hollywood. Out of Hollywood.
All right,
okay, let's see what's going on. Thank
What's
you.
up?
Well, we haven't heard from Chandra Rhimes in a while. She's in the new Variety show. She's on the cover of Variety's Show Woman of the Year. She's opening up on why she doesn't blame the star, which is Reggae Jean Page, for leaving, although fans were extremely disappointed and caused quite a stir. I mean, he had women drooling because he said he left in the first season. But if you follow the Bridgerton series, the books, that's just how things went. That's how the story was. So him leaving prematurely, I mean, hey, he's going along with the story. But Bridgerton,
but I was hoping he would come back.
Who knows? He may. I think it's just a big hype. But Bridgerton has renewed for 3 additional seasons following its first season premiere, which was December 2020. But you can see him on Netflix, The Gray Man, in 2022. So keep hope alive. Reggae Jean Page, he'll be on that. So, all right. Hey. Also, Jennifer Hudson might snag a daytime talk show just in time for fall 2022. The show is currently being shopped around. Yep. Jennifer Hudson, Oscar winner Jennifer Hudson, might be coming to daytime TV with a new syndicated talk show. All right now. The Jennifer Hudson talk show is reportedly coming in at a rough time in the syndication business with several other talk shows already. Tamara Hall, Kelly Clarkson, Drew Barrymore. Those are some hard ones to try to battle against. But hey, J Hud, she might have the credentials. Let's see what's going to happen. It says she's shopping it around, so who knows? If people will stay interested. I mean, she can sing her butt off, but can she carry, a talk show? So, yeah.
Yeah, that's the question.
Right. If you fans love Atlanta Housewives, Nene Leakes is ready for a Real Housewives Atlanta return to address her unfinished business. All right. She goes on to say, I'm okay with returning to the show as long as we can work through a few things, the reality star said about reclaiming her peach. Oh, excuse me.
Okay.
I figured she was going to come back. Yeah, that's what I said. She's going to go get that money. That's what she's going to go get. Also, Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, my third boyfriend, he's in the news. He said when he does further projects, he's not going to use real bullets. He's going to use rubber bullets because, the incident that happened a couple of weeks ago on the set of the movie Rust with Alec Baldwin. The woman, unfortunately, she passed on that particular set. But that's still under investigation. But said going forward, Dwayne Johnson said any other project he's involved with, as far as guns or anything, they're going to use rubber bullets. So kudos to him. So that's a good thing. Yeah. So, folks got to go on the record and say, look, this is what I'm going to do my next project. So I don't blame them. Will Smith, him and Jada, they have been back in the news. Jada's been talking her behind all, but Will Smith is coming out with his memoir book. He was talking to Oprah. This week's issue of People magazine published an exclusive excerpt from his upcoming memoir called Will. It comes out on the 9th, which is Tuesday. He talks about his father. He's always talked about his father was abusive to his mother. And he quotes and says, "My father was violent, but he was also at every game, play, and recital. He was an alcoholic, but he was sober at every premiere of every one of my movies. He listened to every one of his records. He visited the studio. So, it's like he was a decent father, but he was just abusive. I guess the alcoholism. So, but hey, you guys might have to check it out. Pick up that book November the 9th. It comes out. So, yep. Also, wedding bells for Cal Penn and Cardi B. She wants to give the couple away. She wants to do the wedding ceremony. Everybody know Cal Penn as that's your show, Big Bang Theory. He played in that. He's supposed to be getting married soon. Yes, and Cardi B wants to officiate the wedding. I was like, okay. Penn announced he was engaged to his longtime partner, Josh, of 11 years, during an interview with People. So, Cardi B, she wants to officiate. Hey, I didn't know she had that license. I mean, hey, who knew?
Oh, you can get all those things online, so I don't know. I don't remember him on Big Bang Theory.
They said he was on the Big Bang Theory. Maybe he did. Maybe he wasn't one of the main characters, but
no, he definitely was not one of the main ones. But okay,
right. But he was on some episodes. Yeah. So, also, last but not least, I did want to put it in my last word, but I'm not sure if you guys knew about Colin Powell, his funeral. He brought the Democrats and Republicans together today. The funeral for Colin Powell, former Secretary of State, Chairman of Joint Chiefs of Staff, and National Security Advisor, brought out Washington that barely exists anymore. Republicans and Democrats, including President Biden and two of his predecessors, came out and gave their respects today. So, yeah. May he rest in peace. So, they had all the big wigs out tonight. So.
I saw some of that service on CNN. It was really beautiful.
Yeah. He said his son looks just like him. I'm like, wow, okay. But,
Ketel, I have...
Go ahead. I'm
sorry. I have one more for you. Sister Act 3, Tyler Perry has confirmed that it's going down.
All right now. I can't wait. Is Whoopi going to be in it still? Or?
Whoopi is in.
Hey, that's what's up. I forgot one more. The Harder They Fall, this new movie, Western coming out. Yeah, with Regina King and Idris Elba. They gave kudos to Chadwick Boseman in the movie. So that was pretty cool. Okay. So, yep. So that's my Hollywood wrap-up.
All right. That's the Hollywood wrap-up. Thank you, Ketel. And now up to date. And Poppa DD, that takes us down to the Kiss It list. If you could be so kind as to explain what exactly is the world-famous Kiss It list.
Kiss It list is compiled of people that showed their ass over the last couple of weeks, month, year, whatever, however.
Oh, Lord, we going back that far?
Well, whatever we want to put them in.
Okay.
You know.
Well, we usually just do a week at a time, but...
Okay.
All right, so let's just say for this week.
For this week.
All right. Who are we starting with?
Let's start with that couple out of the one with the potatoes.
Oh, yeah.
Colin and
Donna.
Yeah.
What was their name, Brown?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was Brown. And Doug, the potato.
Colin, he's probably dead now for eating that nasty potato. Anyway.
Oh, my goodness.
Colin and, what was her name again?
Colin and, did I write it down? What's her name? Colin and Donna.
Donna.
Ooh, Lord. Those people are strange.
Mm-hmm.
I hope they get in the Guinness Book of World Records after keeping that funky potato around.
In the Freaky White Boys Club, that's the Washington football team. You know, their emails were so vicious that Roger Goodell cannot even put them out there because the media would take it apart and it would be vicious. It'd be ugly.
Oh, absolutely.
Anyway, Aaron Rodgers for just being a butthead. You know, he think he's so him and Kyrie Irving. I never met two bigger jerk offs in my life.
Absolutely.
Both those guys they crazy as hell. They crazy as hell, the two of them. Hertz Rent-A-Car went in bankruptcy. Now they must be a department missing when somebody extends the contract. They're not telling nobody. They're calling the police. So it must not got back to the department.
Or they running an insurance scam.
Or it could be a scam. Who knows?
I don't know.
But Hertz Rent-A-Car.
Don't mess with them.
Go, like I said, go to Enterprise, go to Alamo, go to National. That's my people.
Also, we got Roger Goodell, Snyder, the owner of the Washington football team.
And his wife for signing off on that.
And his wife.
I would have divorced his ass and took everything, personally.
All right.
But anyway.
Kyle Rittenhouse, the 17-year-old in Kenosha, Wisconsin, trying to act like it was self-defense for the people he killed.
Killed 2 people and shot one. Now he's sitting there like he's some kind of innocent guy that don't know no better. But he's on Facebook with guns and rifles and everything else. I'm telling you.
The Washington football team.
Just for being who they are.
Jenna Ryan, Miss Privilege, that's going to jail for 60 days. Sit your ass down. And Marjorie Taylor Greene with her crazy self. And also, I would like to add all the QAnon believers. Y'all are crazy as heck. You understand this.
And whoever's responsible for knocking down RFK Stadium, I really think it's time for it to go. Stadium been up too long, it's going to collapse one day. So you might as well knock it down. Anyway.
Who else? We say Roger Goodell. We said him. 45. Put 45 on him. He's still running around saying that the election was stolen. And anybody else who's saying that. And the pillow guy, don't forget him.
Yeah, Glenn Youngkin for wearing that sleeveless vest thing. Oh, my God.
Oh, and what's her name? The lady with the gun?
Sears. He's the new
lieutenant
governor for carrying that gun during the whole campaign.
Yeah.
Supporting everything they had to do with gun rights. But then when she got elected, I'm black. I'm black and black, and I'm very black. So whoever think I wasn't black.
And I'm going to be black.
Well, when we see you sitting there with a gun on your poster and need a hairdo, but her hair was nice and pretty night of the election, and the gun was gone.
Yeah, for that acceptance speech,
pulled it together. Because
anybody
she won
else
the election, so now she ain't got to support.
No, you guys covered everybody. No.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I forgot. Gosh, what is his name? Down in Texas, the senator with the ears. Oh, what is his name?
The senator?
Is it Texas? Florida. Oh, I can't think of his name right now. Rubio. Marco Rubio.
Yeah, he wanted to get rid of daylight saving time, want the time to stay like it is all the time because he's down in Florida. He don't want the clock to change. He says a bunch of crap when you get rid of it. Well, daylight saving time is geared based on how the earth is spinning around the sun. When it gets lighter, you need more light at a certain time. You need darkness at a certain time.
He might be on to something, but I'm still putting on
he's not on nothing. He's not on anything.
Anyway, we'll talk about that next week. We got something for everybody on this week's Kissing List, and here it is.
Kiss my entire ass. Kiss my Irish ass. You better kiss my Irish ass. This world can kiss my ass. Kiss my ass. You can just kiss my ass. Baby, you can just kiss my ass. Oh, you can kiss my country ass. I said if you got a problem,
All right, welcome back to Pajama Party. One, your host, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bam. Bonsoir.
All right.
Woo! It's time for the last word.
Last word.
My entire ass.
To do that again.
Wow.
God.
Good help is hard to find.
So hard to find.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Time for the last word. Oh, my goodness. Come
All right,
on, interns.
I'll go first. First, I went to the union during the break, and
oh boy, here we go.
Ketel would not be disciplined for being late earlier, so they're gonna excuse her for that.
Oh, okay.
Look,
okay.
everybody.
Thank you.
Just stay safe. Watch yourself. Like I said, look out for your ancestors. Understand where you came from and where you're going. Because if you don't know where you came from, you definitely don't know where your ass is going. So pay attention to your past and see what's happening with us, where we've been, and try to figure out where you're going. But look and see where our ancestors have been, what they've been through, and better understand yourself. Stop thinking this is your world, because you don't know shit until you look back and see what people that have been here longer than you and have perished before you, what they've been through. So please look back at our ancestors and honor their time and their vision and respect their existence. All right?
All right. I'll go next. My last word is understand that privilege is not a given. Privilege is something that should be earned. But the problem with people who think that it should just be a given is that they take it for granted. You cannot assume just because you look a certain way or because you possess a certain thing that you automatically should be granted certain privileges. Privilege to me, in my opinion, is like respect. It should be earned. If you haven't done anything to earn certain privileges, why do some people make the assumption that they should just automatically be given privilege because of who they are, what they have, who they know, or what they got.
And where they live.
I'm not trying to be a part of that because that's a bunch of bull crap. Privilege should be something earned just like respect. And if you haven't earned it, stop acting like it's supposed to be given to you and stop demanding it. If you haven't earned it, then it's not warranted, so stop acting like you're supposed to have it. That's my last word. What's your last word, Ketel?
Yeah, I said an earful. I don't know if I can come behind that.
Yeah. Girl.
I'm just saying.
That's interesting because that word privilege is a trip. What if us black folks start saying we were privileged? How would they take us? That would be interesting. It just seems so different. Somebody white saying they're privileged, and then somebody black saying they're privileged. You don't hear that at all. But that would be interesting. Interesting concept. It could be a good small short film or documentary. Be like, wow. But my last word, just stay safe out there. Appreciate everybody listening tonight. And if you're from Cali, North Kakalaki, upstate, wherever you're listening, we appreciate you listening to us every Friday night. And I guess I'll be docked for being late tonight, but it's all good. I had to take care of a man riding a horse, but anyway.
Okay.
We'll see you guys back here next weekend, next Friday. So that's my last word.
Yep, Friday. Stop eating that bad chili. All right, we're going to do it again next Friday night. Thanks for hanging out with us. This is the Pajama Party Crew signing off. Say good night, Papa.
Good night, everybody.
Say good night, Ketel.
Good night.
And good night. Bonsoir. Adios. Arrivederci. Ciao.
Initiating shutdown sequence.
Is it all over, Rock?
I guess so.
I bid you farewell, arrivederci, sayonara, and all that sort of jazz.
Well, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Well, good night.
Yabiko. Sana.
I regret to announce this is the end. I'm going now.
Good night, and good luck.
Was it as good for you as it was for me?
Now give me a kiss and say good night. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you. Goodbye now. Goodbye. Goodbye. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you for attending our show, and good night.
Pajama Party, grown and sexy, throwing a party. Pajama Party, party crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed. Pajama Party.